Hey, good afternoon. So welcome to the Hong Kong U Information Day, and thank you so much for being here to the campus, and thank you for staying until the very last session. So my name is Helen Zhao. I'm going to talk about human resource management as one of the BBA concentration. So I'm currently the teaching and learning coordinator in the management and strategy department, and I'm also the representative of the HRM major. So welcome and thank you for your patience until the very last day. I know this is a very long day, a lot of things for you to learn. Human resource management is one of the concentration student can claim after they get admitted to Hong Kong U. So there are like a total of 5 different majors, like as you can see, entrepreneurship, design and innovation, and human resource management, information system analytic, marketing, and finance. So after the student get in, they can claim a major that they are more interested in. And we offer a very flexible program, as you can see, and the human resource management is one of them. Just in case many of you are now very familiar with what exactly does human resource management do. So this is a subject about people, right? Because then I know you guys are under, I know a lot of prospective students and also the parents here. I think you will be a very special cohort because after you guys graduate, you will face a completely different job market because now we are seeing a lot of change brought by AI. In general, we have no idea what to expect. Maybe new jobs will be created. Some of the old jobs, especially the high-paid jobs, they probably will disappear after you graduate because things are changing. We are observing the changes. We are, tracking the data. A lot of changes are going on. So one of the general takeaway message we have in this new, job market is people should be more like people. That's our only way out. Many of the things will be replaced by AI. As you can see, because I'm representing HRM Major, so this might be completely biased. So many of the majors, they will be automated, so they will be replaced by machine. I'm not saying you have to choose HRM, but you should choose something that makes people more like people. It will be a very, very challenging job market, but we are here to help you because I'm sure you've seen, heard something about the AI for business major. Have some of the other professors talk about it. That's one of the things we are trying to do to prepare our students after they graduate during the AI time. Okay, because many of the jobs that are traditionally high paid, they're disappearing. We can see the data every year, and some of the new jobs that are being created. So you guys should be ready for the challenge because the whole thing is about adapt to the changes. Okay, so for the HRM major, one of the some of the things we are trying to learn here is finding the right people, developing the right people, rewarding the right people, and managing the right people. And they are very, very difficult subjects to do. So for example, as you can see, many of the things in marketing, in operations, they are being automated, so they are being replaced by machine. But HRM is one of the slower subject that is being, replaced or automated by AI. Because every time when I go to the firms, many of the CEOs or the HR director, they are asking me, is there anything we can do to use AI to automate the whole human resource management processes? As a person who is doing research on human resource management and also do a lot of data analytics and also the AI research, I'm not very optimistic about human resource management being replaced by AI yet. Maybe I will be wrong very soon, but at least for now, based on the underlying algorithm and also the rationale of the AI, the generative AI, I don't think they can replace human resource management very soon because here are my 2 cents, right? Because humans are extremely complex creatures. If you go to the field, you will see that measuring people's performance is extremely difficult, right? Because people don't come into work and saying, my performance is 3.2 and your performance is 6.1. We don't have that, right? And how do we measure people's performance? If we don't have this kind of data, it's very difficult for AI to automate and to develop an algorithm to do the performance management and the incentives and all that. So therefore, it's relatively slower. I will be proven wrong very soon, but it's relatively slower because this is a very people subject. And that's something we are trying to do in our school. We are trying to develop our students in terms of the communication skill because it becomes extremely more valuable if you're able to talk to people, right? And we are also going to talk about how can you design a fair and equitable pay practice that motivates everybody, and also you can get the work done, and also create a like a friendly workplace. That's something about both art and science. That's something we are trying to do in this subject area. Okay, so what exactly HRM topics are about? So you can see we talk about job design. So how do you design the job? I think this is not just a human resource manager's job, it's also the CEO's job. So how do you design jobs so that the younger generation like you guys are interested to come to work? That's a very difficult subject, and that belongs to the realm of job design. And we also have a whole set of scientific methods to learn about the recruitment, interview, training, performance appraisal, compensation, and they are not easy. Because based on my experience of visiting a lot of firms, big and small, I almost can say that over 90% of them, they have problematic pay practices. If I'm being a little bit more confident, I can say 99% or even 100%, because it's extremely difficult to design the pay practices. And I am not saying I will be able to help them, I won't, because the whole thing is so difficult because the human as a very complex creature, and we're just building layers and layers above that and trying to motivate people and try to get things done. Okay, so in HRM, the whole subject, the students will get to learn more soft skills compared to some of the other majors offered by the program. So we are also going to learn like analytics. So human capital analytics, I used to teach that subject in UG as well, undergraduate program. It's like a difficult subject because you have to quantify many of the metrics for humans, which is more difficult than quantifying the metrics for products and for inventory, right? So that's although we share some of the common research methods, but that's like a kind of like a unique analytic subject. And we also learn things about organizational change and how do you implement them. We have a specialized course about that, which is very popular among students. And this is our faculty core courses because BBA in human resource management is still essentially a BBA concentration. So students need to take all the faculty core courses. As you can see, we have financial accounting, microeconomics. That's a required courses for everybody who are in the BBA program. So no matter what kind of major you're trying to declare. So in addition to that, if you want to claim HRM as your concentration, students are required to take 1 to, I think, 5 courses. So you have to take all 5 of them in order to claim the major of human resource management. So strategic human resource management, this is a course taught by me. So in this class, we do 8 rounds of simulation games for students to make decisions about people. And the very interesting part about the game is students are trying to design the pay structure for like a fake company, right? And then the employees within that game will react to the policies and also to the decisions you made. And from that, we are trying to teach some of the concept about the real world. Real world about managing people is not like you pay people $1,000, they will do whatever you want. It doesn't work like that, right? And it's a very complex system, and sometimes you want to save money, but you end up with wasting even more money, right? Sometimes you're trying to do good things, but it usually comes with unintended effects. So in strategic human resource management, we are trying to, get the realistic thing that's happening in the real world, so that student can use a controlled environment to practice some of the decision making. So this is a capstone course which is required for all of the HRM students. Okay, and in addition to that, we also offer disciplinary electives, and students can choose 4 from the following courses, such as entrepreneurship, human resource management, storytelling, and all that. Depends on students' interest. But of course, the disciplinary electives, they might change from year to year, depends on the instructor and depends on the course offering. But this is just like a general idea for your reference, like cultural, like strategy, that kind of thing. Okay. And then I would like to talk about the requirement for the BBA program overview. So human resource management is one of the major. So if you're interested in this major, you can choose, of course, 54 credits are required for everybody within the BBA program. If you, you can choose, 2 majors if you get into the BBA program. For example, if you choose HRM as your first major, you need to finish the faculty core and also the disciplinary core. And also you need to choose 4 from the disciplinary elective courses. And that will help you complete your very first major. And most of our BBA students, they have double major, which is like a feature of our program. It give you a lot of flexibility. So for example, you can major in HRM and also in finance. If you fulfill the major requirements, you can end up with 2 major, and most of the students, they do have 2 major, such as marketing and HRM, that's a popular choice, or finance and HRM, or like we are also developing a new major like AI for business. I'm not sure if other program director have introduced you that, the artificial intelligence for business, so that we can prepare our students for a changing world, right? So you have a lot of many other options. You can take a minor, or you can take a non-business major, or you can take additional business courses if you want to, because the whole like a 4-year program gives you 240 credits. So that's really depends on you about the courses you want to take, and depends on the course offering and depends on the choices you made. You will be graduating with major in HRM only, or 2 majors, or 1 major, 1 minor, or 1 major in business school, 1 major in non-business school. It's extremely flexible, and most of our students, they do choose some of the other options in addition to only majoring in 1 HRM. Okay. Yeah. So some of the very popular second major, of course, in addition to the major offered by Hong Kong U Business School, you can also choose like psychology, computer science, linguistic, art, even music. It really depends on the student's interests. So it's as long as you get into BBA, we will be helping our students to get a second major from other faculty, right? So we are working together, and many of the other faculty, they are also getting a second major in business school. So we do have some procedure to help students based on their interest. Although it's slightly more difficult, but it's totally possible because we've been handling cases like that every year. Okay. Yeah, some of the examples will be psychology, marketing, or computer science. They're like a popular combination of your major. Okay. So in terms of the enrichment programs, BBA in human resource management is under the larger BBA program. So we have a whole lot of internship opportunities. We have perhaps one of the strongest career team in Hong Kong or in the Great Bay Area. So we help our students to find jobs because most of the big firms, if they will have some of the job fair, they will definitely choose Hong Kong U as one of their destination. And we also have global exchange program with over 400 exchange partners. Most of our students, they have at least one exchange opportunity. We also have school mentorship program. Many of them, they're our alumni, so they become the CEO or the top level management, and then they become the mentor. It's completely, they are doing volunteer work for our students. And we also have consulting program and many of the other enrichment program. So for example, one of the feature program is the students will go to the social enterprises in Hong Kong and trying to be part of a short course, which is credit bearing, by the way, and to help solve the problem that has real societal relevance, right? And that's one of the credit bearing courses related to that. Okay, and we are working with Accenture. Accenture is a famous consulting firm on many of the initiatives together. Okay. So now I would like to talk about the career prospect for HRM major. So as you can see, these are very typical HR jobs. But and the Hong Kong U, we also have a very close relationship with Hong Kong Management Association, which is like association that put together the human resource management director or manager or VP all over Hong Kong. And they are very helpful. They are supporting many of our student events. So for example, Hong Kong U has won the championship for HKMA HR hackathon for 3 years in a row, being the champion for the whole for Hong Kong, because it's a case competition, but it's specific to Hong Kong. And through that case competition, students get to know many of the top management, top managers in the field. And some of them, they become the mentor, and then they become the job referral. And that's a very good network for our students to connect with the practitioner, right? And so those are some of the potential job choices. Like consultant is also one of the very popular jobs for our students. So as you can see here, this is our the employment records based on our our past graduate placement. So as you can see, they include some of the tech firms and also the big banks, and also the government function, and also some of the other banks and all that, right? So just like a overview about the placement of our graduates. So again, we have a very strong career team to help our students to find jobs, but it's also important for the students to find their own connection during the 4 years of study, because we have a lot of seminars. We invite the top executives to the Hong Kong U campus. For example, like I think last month we have the CEO of Bain and Company, which is a consulting firm, to Hong Kong to share some of the insights about the consulting industry with our students. And it opened to UG and also top postgraduate, like at all levels. Like this kind of seminar is like almost every week. So that's great opportunity for students to get connected. Okay. So to conclude, our BBA program and also especially HRM specialization in like concentration in general, we invite smart and devoted young men and women to join our program. This will be a very flexible and a very exciting learning opportunity for all of you. It's not just within the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. So we give you a lot of support, a lot of enrichment opportunity. It's important for our students to reach out to get access to those resources. Your professors, the career team, and also the faculty team, they are all here to help you to get connected. Okay, that's pretty much all for my sharing. And then I will pass the time to one of our students, Ariel, to talk more about her experience.
So thank you, Helen. I believe that you guys have already learned a lot about our BBA program as well as our HR major. So I'm Ariel, and I'm really happy to see many new faces here in the room, and I'm very excited to do the sharing today with you all. So Before I start, let me briefly introduce myself to all of you so you get to know me a little bit more as we go. I'm a final year BBA student and I do double major in HRM and also marketing here at HKU. So I follow the traditional DSE path and was admitted for DRUPAS in 2022. So in my secondary school, I did BFS and also biology as my electives. So I once studied Chinese history as my third electives, but I found it a bit boring, so I dropped it at my final year in secondary school. So during my spare time, I do enjoy dancing. So I do ballet as well as contemporary dance. And right now, I also follow the new trends of doing Pilates, as well as I enjoy hiking, especially during this good seasons. So why HKU Business School? I tried to recall my memories, and I remember it wasn't really a hard decision for me to pick HKU Business School. So first, as you might already know, our school is prestige and international. We are ranking 11th in the latest QS rank, and in basically many lectures in school, you can see a lot of international faces around you. So second, we have a very comprehensive global network of exchange partner. So in other words, it means that if you want to go to a specific countries for exchange, you have a very high likelihood of finding it on our exchange list, and you will be able to go there. And third, we have a very extensive career support and alumni network. So for career work, these kind of terms might sound very unfamiliar to you at this moment. But I can promise you that as you enter university, career planning is one of the very important stages in your university life. And our school did provide like all the necessary information and resources that would help you to navigate, for example, our business school career portal, as well as our mentorship programs. So why BBA and why HRM major? So I do appreciate the flexibility of our BBA program. So we get to declare our major from year 2 to 4. So that means that once you enter HKU, you do not have to rush yourself into like really picking the majors when you have no idea of like what they really are. You will have plenty of time to explore around different majors and really see where your interest lies before you make your final decision. So a strong foundation here means that, as what Professor Helen have already mentioned, for every business student, like when you pick the BBA program, no matter what majors you end up picking, you will need to study different introductory courses from accounting, economics to different statistic courses. So this will help you to build a very strong foundation, especially for your later career planning. So to be specific, like why HRM major out of the 5 majors that you can choose from within the BBA program? So for me, I think that our major, we have a lot of different interactive and engaging lectures. So all our lectures, they are formed that is based on like a lot of group works, presentations, simulation games, etc. So you will have a lot of opportunities to work with people and to build and reinforce your soft skills. For example, the communication skills, the skills to work in a team, leadership, etc. And our courses are very specific in terms of content and are very people-oriented. So besides the some must course that you need to study within the HRM major, there are also different disciplinary courses that you get to choose from. So for example, I myself, I pick organizational behaviors as well as current topics in the HRM. So as my disciplinary electives within the HRM majors. So all these courses, they are rather qualitative than quantitative from my perspectives. So if you consider yourself not really like a maths person, but you do enjoy working with people and understanding the people nature, then I do think this might be a very good fit for you. So third, work career prospect. So basically in all companies and across all industries, you do see like the roles of HR everywhere. So our knowledge and transferable skills like within this major would help you to succeed over like all areas, all industry that you might have interest on. So now let me walk you through a bit of my life at HKU. So in my year one, as many of you might want that you would like to do a lot of different extracurricular activities within the university. So in my year one, I joined our school drama competition. So where I had a lot of my first time writing my scripts, first time being an actress, singing on stage, and most importantly, I had my first time of building relationships and friendships with a big group of people, which is very unique to me. So last semester, I also went to Lancaster University in the UK under the business school exchange program. So during the 6 months that I was in UK, I get to meet people from around the world and make friends with them. So some of my friends, they are from the States, from Russia, from Ukraine, from the UK itself, as well as from Singapore. So basically really around the world. And we get to play together, eat together, study together, and also explore the campus and city together. And we have the opportunities to share our cultures and also to embrace the cultural differences. And we really build a lot of sweet memories that could last for lifelong. So we also have the opportunities to unlock different new countries around the world. So first is definitely different cities, for example, Liverpool and Manchester within the UK, and also a lot of new places in Europe, for example, Switzerland, Iceland, the four northern countries, France, Italy, Poland, and Germany, and summer in Spain and Portugal. So you can see that exchange is really not simply about moving your places, studying in another school and also another place, but you get the opportunities to really not just about traveling, but also it's a very interesting experience for you to feel like what like how it is different to study in a different educational system, and then to meet friends from around the world, and most importantly, to see yourself grow, knowing how to take care of yourself, as well as to see the world really with your feet. Oops. Yeah. So within my school years, I also participated in a lot of kids competitions. So the year one me would never see myself as a kids competition girl, but it is also because of the same reason. I challenge myself and really to compete in different competition. And by stepping out of your comfort zone, you will never know where you can go. And you might surprise yourself to see how fast you can learn, how fast you can grow, as well as how capable you are. So for example, this is a supply chain case competition where when I joined, I know nothing about supply chain, but with the hard work of I myself and also my teammates, we ended up getting third in the competition and also the money reward. And this is a kids competition about tax. And same as the previous one, I know literally nothing about tax, the China test, Hong Kong test, and international test before I joined the competition. But within the few months that we prepare, like I really learned a lot about the test knowledge. And we're very lucky enough to be able to get into the final round and to go to Beijing to compete and meet a lot of talents around Asia, as well as to visit around the city of the beautiful Beijing. And this really is just a very small part of my university school life. I also did a lot more than that. For example, I was the student ambassador. So I get to go back to my secondary school to do a sharing, just like what I'm doing right now. Also, I get to participate in the high table dinner that is held by the Business and Economics Associations, where we get to wear the traditional green gowns, which is a must-do for university students, and to take different pictures. And third, I also get to join different professional courses. For example, this is a course called Mental Health First Aider, which I just joined in September, and to really build up my knowledge around the area of HR. So I do believe that HKU did help me to shape my competitive edge, and I have had a lot of internship opportunities. So I believe that one of the biggest opportunities and advantages of studying in the BBA program is that you not only like get the flexibility within the course syllabus that you can choose, but also within the internship. So the first few internships that I did, actually they were nothing about HR. So for example, this one, it is a client-facing intern. So my major jobs is to face external clients instead of some internal employees. So later on, after, when I realized my passion in HR, so I seek different opportunities within the HR areas. So I was once interning in UI, which is one of the big accounting firm. So I was a talent team intern, where I mainly assist the senior management there to recruit people. And then I went to Town Gas as a group HR intern. So I get to work with different HR teams and to organize different internal employees activities and to work together with my batchmates for a group project, as well as go to some elderly homes for some voluntary activities. So this summer, I interned at George Bank as a HR summary analyst. So I really get to know a lot of in-depth HR knowledge within the corporate world and also in a very global and complicated context. I get the chance to rotate it. I think it's within all the 7 to 9 teams of their HR teams. And I get to learn how to calculate a payroll and how to manage talents, as well as to help with different activities. For example, some internal like fun employee activities, as well as some training program for the association there. So I get to meet a lot of cute batchmates, as well as I have a whole group of very supportive colleagues that made my journey at Deutsche Bank very fruitful. So to conclude, to me, HKU is a place with endless possibilities, really. So I believe that the more you dream here and the more that you are willing to take your first step, then the more that you will be able to achieve at the very end. So please do not afraid to take your first step, and I hope to see you all around in campus in the coming future. So thank you.